In cause number 23 CR1, the state of Texas versus Faisal Atari, we, the jury, assess the defendant's punishment at confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice prison for a term of 5 years, signed by. We now recall cause number 23 CR1, the state of Texas versus Faisal Atari. The defendant is present with his attorney and the state's attorneys. The court has received a message from the jury that the jury has reached a verdict in the punishment phase of this trial after the defendant was found guilty of the third-degree felony of family assault by choking. And I'm going to ask the bailiff to bring forth the jury and the alternates. Thank you. And the record shall now show that the jury is in the courtroom. All parties are present. Mr. Kirkendall, I believe you are the jury foreperson, and we have received a message on the jury's behalf that the jury has reached a verdict in this punishment phase of this trial. Is that true, sir?
Yes.
Is this decision a unanimous one? That is one that is agreed upon by all members of the jury? And do any of the jurors disagree with your foreman's representations? No disagreement is indicated. It does indeed appear to be unanimous. As before, I'm going to ask, please pass to the bailiff. You may be seated. The court will review for proper form and publish this verdict. And the defendant shall rise. In cause number 23 CR1, the state of Texas versus Faisal Atari, we, the jury, assess the defendant's punishment at confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice prison for a term of 5 years, signed by the jury foreperson. This verdict is received. It's made a part of the record for all purposes, and you may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, your duty is complete. At the beginning of the trial, I placed you under a number of instructions, and at this time, I am releasing you from those instructions previously given to you. One final instruction, though: once you are discharged, you are released from your oaths of secrecy, and you will be free to discuss the case in your deliberations with anyone. And you are also free to refuse to discuss the case, and you have every right to maintain your silence unless otherwise ordered to do so by the court. Once you are discharged, in a few minutes, the attorneys are going to be released, and they always like to talk to jurors about how they did and the jurors' perceptions. And if you wish to remain, and we're going to be releasing them here in a few minutes, they always found that helpful. But you are also free to go and enjoy the rest of your life outside of this courtroom. I can't say enough about thanking you for this, your time and energy, and as being jurors. And we're coming up to a very, very important point in time in this country, our 250th anniversary of our independence. And part of that independence was the belief that our forefathers had that we, the people, should be making decisions, not those who were kings or other emperors, but that we, the people, together, and that the decisions would be made, uh, all of us having a voice, an equal voice, and fairness would be part of the equation. So I want to thank you for your time and energy. It's up to you to be here so that the Constitution will work. And it's just not words. You are making those words into action by your efforts as jurors. So thank you so much for your time and energy. And like I said, this is like 615 felony jury trial we've tried in this room since I've been here, which I think is a world record. But in other facets of my career, from the DA's office to private practice to the United States office, attorney's office, and to here, I can guarantee you that it's how people handle the jobs when we are called upon. And as I said, I had the experience in the James Byrd cases, which there were more microwave trucks around the Jasper courthouse than you can imagine, because everybody in the world was looking at how that would end up. Would our laws work, and would justice be served? And this isn't going to get the kind of press coverage like that case, but it is so important to everybody involved: the defendant, the state, the people, the victim, and others involved. So these are important, and we, the people, get to make those decisions, and it's up to us to make fair decisions as you follow your oath. I hope to have the honor to work with you in the future. Until then, though, may God continue to bless Jefferson County and her citizens, and you are excused. And thank you, alternates, for being with us through this. Thank you for holding vigil. Now, we're going to Ellie has documentation if you need it for work or school or other purposes, and she'll be right after that. Thank you. Yeah, make sure you place your, we always find those at Rayo's a lot. And do I? The record shall show that the jury is exited. Is there any reason why formal assessment of punishment not be made at this time?
No, Your Honor.
Faisal Atari, you came before this court and a jury, entered a plea of not guilty to the offense of the third-degree felony of assault, family violence by choking, as set forth in the indictment. The evidence was presented. The jury was charged by the court. After deliberating, the jury returned a verdict finding you guilty of this third-degree felony of assault, family violence, and assessed your punishment at confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, prison, for a term of 5 years. It is therefore the judgment of this court that you are guilty in this cause number 23 CR1, and you shall be punished in accordance with the jury's verdict. On behalf of the defense, Mr. West, is there any legal reason why sentence should not now be pronounced against the defendant?
No, Your Honor.
If nothing is left to be said, it is the order of the court that you, Faisal Atari, who has been adjudged guilty of the offense of assault, family violence by choking, a felony, third-degree felony in this case, in cause number 23 CR1, and whose punishment has been assessed at 5 years imprisonment in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice's Institutional Division, prison, shall be delivered by the sheriff of Jefferson County, Texas, to the director of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice's Institutional Division or any other person legally authorized to receive such convicts, where you shall be confined for 5 years in accordance with the laws governing the Texas Department of Criminal Justice's Institutional Division. You are here now remanded to the custody of the Sheriff of Jefferson County, Texas, until she can obey and carry out the directions and instructions of this sentence. Your sentence will commence or begin this day, and you will receive credit for all time periods of detention that you have served as provided by law. Anything else to add by the state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
These proceedings are therefore concluded, and we are in recess.
I can follow this.